to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light.
Alright, y'all, we're back with some more college Coliseum action here. We got Florida Gulf Coast taking on Cincinnati. Florida Gulf Coast, I mean, they have their OG roster from last year. Rocking with Beeser and Justin, two OGs that were on the team last year. Substitutes this year, but excited to see how they're doing. And then Cincinnati also has a substitute as well. Believe Gabo is a substitute player for them. But starting out here, we got, you know, a pretty good matchup going on here. Cincinnati been a team that's looked really good at sometimes and looked pretty bad at sometimes, and Florida Gulf Coast kind of looking really good all around. Wheels finally gonna fall there. Started off on a 3 spree, and so is Kirch here, as they do have the P2 rotation. Get some nice shots out of Kirch there. Rocking with the old MW or MCW site. There's a new one that came out today. People are liking. But I mean, Cincinnati's gonna break into this P2. Not an easy thing to do, but they do it. And you know, Fatal, he's put himself in a good position. Be able to find some of these FGCU players. However, one player up top, it was Beeser, finds himself a cheeky little corner to sit in, but he will get taken down by Fatal. So looks like the rest of the scrap time is going to go over towards Cincinnati, but it looks like Florida Gulf Coast is going to try to fight for it. They're going to clean up these last 10 seconds, so pretty tight game going into this P3. Florida Gulf Coast is going to have about a 20-point lead. But Cincinnati trying to bounce back here. Chris, definitely a player to look at. He's been, I'd say, one of their best players, one of Cincinnati's best players. He's a really aggressive submachine gun player. But on the other side, I mean, we have Wheels, who's had a great season so far. Not too familiar with him from last year, but I know that this year he has been pretty spectacular. So Cincinnati going to be able to find this break again. I mean, from what it seems like, you know, Florida Gulf Coast is able to get those initial setups going on, but they typically get broken sometime throughout the hill. Although they do break in for the remaining 10 seconds, so going to be a nice little bit of scrap time going their way. Number 4, Justinson, 8 and 3. Pretty interesting. He's a substitute player, doing what he can. It's good to see the subs from FGCU coming in and playing well. It's always a good sight to see as they try to break into this hard point. They're going to find a 2 down, make it 3 down, actually. Last one up for Cincinnati is going to be Perry, but surely he'll be cut down as he's looking for some of these kills here. He will get spotted out and cleaned up by Wheels. So this game, I mean, could spiral out of control pretty quickly. Remaining 20 seconds, looking like it's going to go to Florida Gulf Coast. You can see Cincinnati just kind of trying to set up for this new. Perry going to get some really bad timing. Not going to be able to get this kill on the Kirch. But if you are Cincinnati, you do have numbers towards the new hill. You have 2 people over there. Kirch up in this P2 position. Only has a submachine gun though, so only so much you can do. Except for try to be a thorn on their side. We'll find some timing on a parry, but we'll take him down. So he's going to be able to get himself an MCW. And both the players that were in that P5 hill for Cincinnati do get taken down. Looks like Kirch is going to travel on over here to get this time. As Beeser is just going to be cutting. Oh, I was about to say, don't let him get that kill. That'd be crazy. You might have to put him on the starting roster after that. But that being said, I mean, you know, it's been a close game up to this point. FGCU, though, about like a 70-point lead. Almost 80-point lead now over Cincinnati. So if you are Cincinnati, you gotta dig deep and try to find a way to get back into this game. They will have all this P1 control, so it's all about these gunfights, these initial gunfights. Looks like Perry's going to be able to take down one, but trades are abound. And it looks like neither team is really fighting for this P2 positioning, but Justin going to find himself a nice two-piece, and that'll clear out the Cincinnati players. Kirch going to get a two-piece of his own. And then number 7 on the other side of the map, he will get taken down as Fatal. Now 2 of the Florida Gulf Coast players are going to be fighting and keeping this P2 positioning. Beaster finding a two-piece on Agavo and Chris. So Cincinnati, I mean, they kind of tried to invest into this P2 rotation, but I mean, just not able to get anything out of it. Florida Gulf Coast looking to walk away with this game. Not a single player on Cincinnati has broken 10 kills yet. Meanwhile, everyone on Florida Gulf Coast has. So, definitely a struggle if you are Cincinnati. Got to find a way to bounce back and break into this hill if you want any chance of winning this game. Florida Gulf Coast, I think they're going to be able to win it here, given they don't step outside the hill. I'm not sure if they'll get the pick or not, but, I mean, you know, at this point, it doesn't really matter. They are just frying. I don't think there's been a Cincinnati kill for like a minute or something. Finally, one does come through for Chris, but it's just going to be too late. Got Justin sitting at 19-4. Wheels calling in a cruise missile. They'll be able to find a kill. About 20 more seconds left on this hard point, so Cincinnati, they got to break in if they're going to be able to have a chance at not letting this game get closed out here on P2. Only the second set of rotations, too. Oof, that would have been disgusting, that turn on. But Florida Gulf Coast, they're going to have numbers here at new. Only need 9 seconds here. So Cincinnati, I mean, you see them on the minimap, they don't even look like they're close. They have to run, and they need to go quickly if they're going to be able to break into this point. Not going to happen. Florida Gulf Coast going to come out with a nice 100-point club on Cincinnati. You know, the first few hills were looking pretty good. Looking like a nice little trade. Trade up. But, I mean, once we got to that P4, I feel like once we got to that P4 on the first rotation, it was all Florida Gulf Coast. Well, that's going to go ahead and send us to an intermission. We'll be right back for map 2.
seasons come and go like thoughts of you. Like a wave returns to the sea, into the blue. They change but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each painful but delightful to live through. You came into my life, just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. You came into my life, just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. The seasons turn and change just like your mind. Like the sun gives into the moon, into the night. Time continues marching, it slowly crawls. With each new one starting, I recall. You came into my life, just like another season. Not so long, just a time, just like another season. You came into my life, just like another season. Not so long, just a time, just like another season. Come my way this season.
Messing with my head.
Alright, we're back here with map 2. We got Florida Gulf Coast taking on Cincinnati. Florida Gulf Coast won the first map. 100-point club on to Cincinnati. Probably not too surprising. I figured maybe be a little bit closer, given that Florida Gulf Coast does have 2 subs, but their 2 subs are the starters of last year's roster, so a lot of talent for the Florida Gulf Coast side, both on their main roster, academy roster, and their substitutes. They just have a really good set of players over there. Cincinnati, I could say the same thing about them. They definitely are a better team this year than they were last year, but we're going to have to see if that'll translate to anything against this Florida Gulf Coast team, who's been playing lights out their entire season. Perry going to bring this down to a 2 versus 2, but Justin on the other side of the map is going to take down Gavo, and that will be the bomb down. So Perry has his work cut out for him. He's going to have to get 2 kills Gonna be able to spot one out. Not gonna be able to snap onto the second though. Justin gonna be able to respond and get himself a another kill in the round. So Florida Gulf Coast gonna go up 1-0 in the search and destroy. Did he do this to a sub? That's tippable. That's very tippable. Justin been playing very good this series. Started out the series 20-5 in that first hard point. He's been playing pretty good. We got Wheels rocking with the new red dot sight. I believe it's from Cold War. It's a reflex sight from Cold War. Yeah, it looks just like it. It's great though. It's a good red dot sight. But Florida Gulf Coast gonna have these 4 players stacked over towards the A site. Cincinnati only having 2 players. Fortunate team kill does come through, so I mean just like that. I mean Wheels left in the 1 versus 3. They're gonna have the information on him. He has nowhere really to go. Cincinnati gonna be able to respond with a round of their own. The round just happened so fast. It's a great nade coming out of Fatal there to seal the round for them. But yeah, that round happened very quickly. Unfortunate team kill coming through for FGCU. I think the key to winning this game is going to be who can get an offensive round win first. You know, it looks like it's going to be a 4-stack over here for the Cincinnati guys. Beezer going to have the info on the Gavo, but no kills coming through yet. We do have a 3 versus 3 as Chris is down for Cincinnati and Wheels is down for FGCU. So Wheels, arguably their best player on FGCU this year. He's been lights out, especially as a submachine gun player. He's been lights out so far. Chris, arguably the best player for Cincinnati, so kind of a tough situation to be in if you are either of these squads. Cincinnati kind of spread out. Number 4, Perry, does find a kill on Justin, though, so he will open up the A side of the map. Number 5 is keen to this, and he'll be wrapping over, so heads-up play coming out at Kirch there. And it looks like the Cincinnati offensive is going to be leaning towards this A site. Number 7, going to have the info. Can't find any of the kills, but Fatal going to be able to take him out. So Kirch going to be able to find 2, though. Wow. I switched to him a little bit too late. I wish I got that on camera, but Kirch going to be able to find 2, so this would be a 1 versus 3 for Kirch if he can find it. It'll be number 1 Fatal trying to look for him. Is he going to shoot him in the back? I don't think he's going to know, so Kirch might have some really good timing here. Yep, Kirch is going to pull off a 1 versus 3, yeah. Great stuff coming out of Florida Gulf Coast there. Kirch able to get a nice 2-piece and then just play the time for the remainder of the round. So all the hard work that Cincinnati put in just couldn't translate to a round win. I think Codcaster's bugged. It says 0 and 1 up on the top right, but 2 and 2 on the actual player card, so I don't know what's going on. They had an update today. The game had an update, so Codcaster's been a little bit broken. Especially in control. Makes control look a lot worse. But trades are going down. We're in another 3 versus 3 situation here. Fatal gonna get a nice kill onto Wheels here. So gonna give Cincinnati the numbers advantage. Number 4 having a battle with number 5, but Kirch is gonna come out on top. Not surprising. These past few rounds, Kirch has been undeniable, so I wouldn't be challenging him personally. Regardless, though, they're in a 2 versus 2 now. They do have the bomb, so it looks like they're going to be aiming to get over towards this A site and get the bomb down. Fatal. Going to take the guy off bomb, so bomb not going to be planted yet. It'll be a 1 versus 1. Kirch versus Gavo, and wow, Gavo's able to get the gunfight win, so they'll tie it up at 2 apiece. Just nice patience coming out of the Gavo COD there. Making sure he doesn't overextend or try to get too aggressive. It leads to a Cincinnati round victory, so good job by both teams, but Cincinnati able to get the win on that one. Let's see, what does Cincinnati like to do here? They've been having some trouble on this this B site, so it looks like they're gonna have a spread out offensive. Beeser starting out 1-4. Trying to find a nice pick on a fatal. We'll get a couple shots into him, so we'll make him back down for a minute. That'll open up the map a little bit for Florida Gulf Coast. They want to push up a little bit. Chris gonna get some information. The Wheels taking down Gavo, so Cincinnati losing their numbers. Fatal gonna bring it back to a 3 versus 3 here. He finds a nice kill on a Beeser. Still though, I mean, we're kind of at a standstill here. Chris gonna be able to get something going here as he does find Wheels, so 2 versus 3 if you are Florida Gulf Coast, but time is running out. And they're going to have to clear this player out of plane. Justin going to find 3, though. Florida Gulf Coast. Another 1 versus 3. Beautiful 3-piece coming in for the side of Florida Gulf Coast as Justin just rips him with a rival 9 up close. Got to be able to get that trade if you are Cincinnati, so... unfortunate, but at the end of the day, it's just 1 round, so Cincinnati's going to have to fight back and regain. Nice counter here coming in for Cincinnati. Fatal's going to find 1. Looking for the second, not going to be able to get it. Chris, the only other player here for Cincinnati, but Perry on the other side of the map is getting some shots in. Chris trying to find this other player, but not going to be able to. Wheels stays patient, and it does pay off for him, so another 2 versus 2 here. Gavo and Perry versus Kirch and Wheels. Kirch will find one on a Perry. Wheels will get naded, so he will have to back up for a minute. This will be a 1 versus 2 for Gavo if he can get it. Looks like Kirch is going to spot him out. That'll give his information. Give the information to his teammate that he can have a free bomb site plant over towards B. But Gavo does get a kill on a Kirch, so he will bring it down to 1 versus 1. But the clock not on his side. He has 30 seconds to get onto this bomb and try to defuse it. Takes a long route. Trying to find Wheels. Going to be able to find him, but not able to finish out the kill. So Florida Gulf Coast going to get an offensive round win here, and that could be a dagger. If Gavo gets the kill there, I think he has time to wrap over and get the defuse as well. So a round you definitely wish you had back if you are Cincinnati, but for Florida Gulf Coast, that's a great win. Top on board with Justin here, sitting at 7-3, having himself quite a series. Does look like Cincinnati is going to be trying to hit this B site, but Wheels taking down one of their players already. Number 3, Gavo, all the way down to 12 HP, so he has to stand down for a minute. Wheels going to be able to find him. So tough scenes for Cincinnati, but Fatal going to be able to respond with 2, so we'll bring it down to a 2 versus 2. This will be a technical 1v4 if they can get it. Going to get the information on one player. Oh my goodness, he goes out for the chow and gets it, so Fatal doing it all this round. We'll collect the bomb as well, so number 6 left in 1 versus 2. Justin, the superstar player, has to get something going. He's going for the chow, not able to finish it out. Perry will get the kill, so a nice 2 versus 4 coming through for Cincinnati on the offense. And that's off the back of Perry's or sorry, Fatal's 3 kills. Did a good job of playing his life there and you know, making sure that his team was with him and going for that bomb. Sitting at 10-4 is Fatal. He's having himself quite a map against his Florida Gulf Coast squad, so this is a nice swing round here. Florida Gulf Coast gonna have to bring on the pressure versus Cincinnati to get this swing round, but looking like it's not gonna happen. Wheels last player up, but he will get taken down. That round happened insanely quickly. Cincinnati gonna be able to tie it at 4 apiece. That round was like less than 20 seconds. Oh my goodness. Just an all-out bash towards the B site. I have to be honest, Cincinnati looking pretty good in this matchup so far. You know, they came into this match not projected to win it, but you know, who knows if they can take this S&D, could flip the script on FGCU quite quickly. Got to see what they can do here on the offense here. Perch gonna throw some shoulders. Gabo gonna clean up the kill though, so that's huge if you are Cincinnati. Nice offensive round pick. And now if you are Cincinnati, you have to make a decision. Where do you want to go? Number 6, Justin, sitting inside the plane. Another death trap. These are going to find the trade on to Gavo eventually, so it will be a 3 versus 3. Looks like number 2. Yeah, he's going to get caught up from Wheels. Not a great position there from Chris, but I don't think they're going to be keen to the bomb being down. So if you are Cincinnati, you have that one single advantage, but you are down in lives. Fatal and Perry trying to work this 2 versus 3. FGCU not really giving anything up. Wheels on top of this AC position. Looking for the feet of Perry here. Is he going to be able to get him? Doesn't look like he's going for the gunfight, but does find one on a Fatal, so leaves Perry in a 1 versus 3, and it's not going to happen. Florida Gulf Coast going to go to map point here. Only need 1 more round to win it if you are Florida Gulf Coast. If you're Cincinnati, you need 2. Seen some solid offense coming through for the side of Florida Gulf Coast. We'll see what they're trying to do here, but it looks like they're spread out as of right now. We got Chris inside the plane trying to do his best Justin impression. We'll see if he can succeed at that. Looks like it is going to be an A push for the side of Florida Gulf Coast. Gavo doing a great job. He's been getting first bloods a lot this whole entire map. We'll find a first blood on the Wheels, so Cincinnati do have numbers. Perry will find another one on a Kurt, so gonna be a 2 versus 4 here. Chris gonna be able to find one before getting traded out, so you'll take that if you are Cincinnati. Number 7 Beaster, not gonna be able to find anything other than that. Cincinnati will tie it up. We're gonna go to a round 11 here on Terminal S&D. Great plays coming in from Cincinnati, kind of trapping this player inside the plane. Making sure he has nowhere to go. Who will have offense, though? That's a question. It looks like Florida Gulf Coast is going to be on the offensive here. They've been getting outslayed in this Search and Destroy, which is interesting. Let's start out with Gavo here. He's been having himself quite a map. 5 and 6 stat line, but you know, the 5 kills that he has gotten have been quite influential. Gonna try to find this pick onto Wheels. Toying with it. Wheels will just back up though. On the other side of the map though, it is 3 Florida Gulf Coast players over towards this A site. It's like Chris gonna be in the cockpit position. Quite interesting. Perry gonna find a first blood on a beast or so. A huge play coming in for Cincinnati. That is massive if you are Cincinnati. It looks like this bomb is going to be wrapped over towards the A site once again. But I don't think Florida Gulf Coast knows that there are two Cincinnati players here. Although number 8 kind of in a position to cut off any of these kills here. I don't think he's going to get the info onto Fatal. So it'll be a 3 versus 4 here on the A site. Number 2, Chris, going to be able to find one, not the second. So it'll leave us in a 2 versus 2. It looks like the bomb is going to go down here. Justin, not going to be able to get killed. So that is huge. It's going to leave Gavin 1 versus 2. He's not going to be able to find the kill, so a huge clutch coming in through for the side of Florida Gulf Coast. As they're going to go up 2 in the series. 2-0 in the series. Great job to stay composed and get the kills and then the bomb plant down when they needed to. It's great composure out of Florida Gulf Coast guys. So they're going to take a 2-0 lead in the series, and we're going to be back for the control here in a minute.
And alone, I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world.
Alright, we're back here. Oh, looks like we're not gonna be back here. Have a lobby reset. Looks like one of the Cincinnati players lagged out. Looks like we're gonna be switching teams here, so. Alright, we're back after a quick lobby reset. We had to switch teams. But Florida Gulf Coast here, up 2-0 in the series. Oh no. Oh no. It's on the CDL mode. I think it broke Codcaster. That's not fun. Yeah. That's not good. Becomes pretty much unwatchable. Yikes. Yeah, it breaks Codcaster. With this new update, the Codcaster was broken for CDL control, so I think it's on the wrong game mode. I think we're not doing manual settings, which is a problem. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Florida Gulf Coast gonna get the B zone. Oh wait, okay. We're back. Never mind. We're not back. We are so not back. Damn, I wish they could update the game without breaking something every time they do it. We'll just have to deal with this for now. We're just gonna let it pan on the zone. I heard it's only when someone steps inside the zone there's a problem. Yeah, see? As soon as someone steps inside the zone, it gets all fidgety. But, I mean, Florida Gulf Coast look like they're gonna capture this A zone, so. Very nice, very nice. We'll go up 1-0. That's great. Alright, let's see here. Surely Cincinnati goes for a B push here, right? Be like the most logical thing to do, right? Let's see. Oh no, they're gonna send 3 to A. Okay, interesting. What an interesting call. Here we are, back to the lag. Looks like Beaster's in a nice position there. Harry gonna find the kill on TULE. Looking for the second. Gavo gets it, so no progress being done though. Florida Gulf Coast gonna clean house. Last player up is gonna be Gavo, up on top third position here. Looking to do what he can. Chris gonna hop on the zone. Bug out the Codcaster a little bit, but that's okay. Gotta do what you gotta do. Some nice kills coming through for Cincinnati, but I mean it hasn't translated to getting in the zone. Finally, looks like Gava's gonna be able to step in there, try to get some progress. Looks like a double stack gonna come through as well, so I think Florida Gulf Coast may just elect to give up this this A site. Yep, looks like they did. So transitioning over here towards the B site. I'll try to get a nice little shot of that if I can. God. Yeah. This might be good. I kind of like my bus view that I had here. Hold on. Go on the bus. Someone open these doors. One of these players got to open these doors and have a good view inside the zone. In the meantime, Cincinnati trying to clear out their base. Justin causing problems up in this top bedroom, top red bedroom. Looks like Cincinnati's just going to leave him alone though. And try to hop on the zone. Stop the clock. Chris, not going to be able to get inside. Florida Gulf Coast up in lives. Pinning Cincinnati back in their spawn. Holy crap. It's another 4 down in the feed for Florida Gulf Coast, so you got to fight to get out of your spawn if you are Cincinnati. That might just be doing it. I mean, you only got 10 seconds left. You don't even have time to get there if you are Cincinnati. 16 versus 4. That's going to be it for this round of control here. That's tough. Florida Gulf Coast going to take a 2-0 lead in this control. New red dot sight. Bangin'. Alright, let's see here. Florida Gulf Coast, you gotta close this out pretty quickly. Codcaster's bugged. Let's see if they go to B first. What are they gonna do? This is a smart play. I like this, see? I'd go to B as well. It's a harder zone to capture, you might as well throw some bodies at it first. Perry, in a position to cut these players down. So we'll see what he can do here. He'll get a little kill on the Kurtz, so you love to see it if you are a Cincinnati fan. Florida Gulf Coast. Might just have to go to this A zone and deal with that. Got someone going top third. Who is this? Kurtz. Gonna be in this top bricks position. I think he did spot out Perry, so looking for a kill onto him. Gonna be able to get it, but does fall down. Who's got a cruise missile? Oh my goodness, it missed. The cruise missile missed. That's tough. Only 28 seconds remaining here for Florida Gulf Coast. They do find 3 dead in the feed, so they gotta hop on this zone pretty quickly. Fatal. Gonna be the last player here for Cincinnati, but Florida Gulf Coast gonna have a 2 stack on the point. Trade's going down. Looks like Cincinnati's gonna retake that zone. About 16 seconds left here. But it looks like the offensive for Florida Gulf Coast is going to be on this B site. What can Chris do? Chris has to find this one other kill. Oh, someone's on the zone. Looks like it's Kurtz. But he will get found out, so Looks like Cincinnati might be able to take this round here. Yeah, and they do. Cincinnati going to be able to find a really nice defensive round. So they're not out of the fight yet, y'all. And here we go. Here we go. It's Cincinnati on the offense and Florida Gulf Coast on the defense here. So we're going to see what they can do here. Cincinnati electing to go over towards this B site, it looks like. But they're not going quick enough, and it looks like Florida Gulf Coast is going to be able to rotate over. So number 7 going to hop in the point. Florida Gulf Coast looking like they're going to clear them out, so the zones will remain empty for right now. Looks like Cincinnati is on the A zone too. Looks like Cincy will get the A zone. Trying to transition over here to this B zone. They have 2 players on it. Got a whole battle going on in the hill. Florida Gulf Coast looks like they're winning it though. No one on the zone as of right now. Thank goodness. You're helping the podcaster out. 4 players from Florida Gulf Coast here to defend this point. Trades are going down. Perry's going to find himself inside the zone just to stop the clock here for a minute. Nice pinch coming through for Kirch, so he's going to be able to find 2. Only 5 lives remaining for Cincinnati, so doesn't look like they're going to be able to touch this zone again. Perry will find 1, but get traded out by Kirch, so 2 versus 14. Chris and Gavo, the last 2 up for Cincinnati. And at this point, you just do whatever you want if you are Florida Gulf Coast, as you're about to close out this series. Chris, last one alive here. Got some team kills coming through. Some trolls coming through right now. Chris, I don't know. He might clutch it up here. We'll see. Got some team kills going through, but that's going to close it out there as Kirch finds the last kill. So Florida Gulf Coast going to come out with a nice 3-0 victory over Cincinnati. Had a close second map, but other than that, looked pretty dominant for the side of Florida Gulf Coast. Apologies for the codcaster being bugged. Not my fault. Yeah, the developers goofed with that one, but needless to say, it was a great series out of Florida Gulf Coast. You wish you could close out that search and destroy if you are Cincinnati, but you know, definitely something to take back to the drawing board and look at moving into the further weeks of matches. But yeah, I mean that's really gonna do it for the stream. But I appreciate everyone coming out and watching. And GGs to both teams. Florida Gulf Coast looking pretty strong.